The thing about it is like I definitely kind of agree that there's a sort of negligence that they've kind of been like they've been kind of neglecting I guess like everybody who like would play like normally in just like normal verses and stuff like that. People who are just like trolling around in casual match and ranked match and stuff like that. And it did seem it was really weird playing through the game, like just playing the game and then realizing that hey, like all of this stuff that y'all are doing are for the battle hub, and it's not even like costumes for like the characters. It feels like it's like costumes for like just like the like battle hub, like avatar. Which I mean, if anybody's seen my Battle Hub avatar, I've done nothing with. I've absolutely done nothing with that character. I don't go to Battle Hub. I don't do anything in there. I mean, like, kudos to people who do, but me personally, I just don't. I don't really do anything in there. I spend all my time in like training mode, casual match, and ranked match. And I understand that I guess, Capcom wants to appeal like everybody does every year in every new iteration of a game. Everybody wants to appeal to a new audience. Everybody wants to like somehow capture, not only capture but retain their casual audience. But also, isn't your goal to kind of capture and retain like your core audience of like people who came to play the game? Play the game, play like with I don't know all the characters that you came out with, Chun Li, Rashid, Ed. Do any of these names ring a bell to you? Like, come out with some new costumes for them. I mean, there have been some, but it's been kind of sparse. If you compare it side by side with the amount of stuff that has come out for the Battle Hub, it's just like not. It's incomparable. You can't compare them, and it's really like kind of. I just feel like even looking at the Battle Pass, I'm just like this Battle Pass isn't for me. It's just not for me. I'm not feeling what I'm seeing in this battle pass. So I don't even look at it. They're like, "Oh, you got a reward." "Oh, yeah, from what?" "Oh, yeah, the battle pass. I forgot." Like I don't know, man. It's just from me personally, I just feel like they're kind of neglecting some of the like like they're kind of neglecting their core audience of people who are playing like the core game a little bit. And I don't know. It's just I feel neglected, Capcom. I feel neglected. I'll just put it that way.
I think we're all happy that Rashid's getting nothing. But go ahead, Mr. Game Miller.
So yeah, I to be honest, quite honest, I'm going to echo Mr. Amazing's sentiments. The content for this game is so it's not like it hasn't been getting content. It's just the content that it's been receiving is very. It's really just focused in Battle Hub. Like they begin some World Tour stuff, but it's like it's just focused in Battle Hub. When a new character comes out, they add that stuff to World Tour. That's cool. I think that's dope. That's what they should be doing for the most part. And maybe add like that character's costume as an option for Battle Hub or something like that, or something similar to it. But yeah, the Battle Pass, like from jump, just did not speak to me. I've not gotten anything from it. I don't do anything in Battle Hub. My character, like the thing when this game first came out, I think when the beta dropped and people were able to make their character, is this was it was this whole thing on social media where about making these crazy critters and these alien ET characters, and it's like okay, it was kind of a little novelty thing for a while, but okay, who cares about these? Like we worried about the in game stuff. Did y'all give us an in game character creator? That would have been dope. And I always look back at Tekken. It's like Tekken always the customization is for everybody. You can put it on anybody, and it's like you see the changes on the character that you're playing in match. Now, if they'd have done something like that, that would have been kind of dope. I'm like when they did the Baki thing, I was like, before they showed the Baki crossover, I was like, man, Baki would be such a good character as a crossover, as a guest character for this game or Tekken. And it was like, oh snap, they're doing Baki. Oh, but it's just Battle Hub. It's like that could have been a dope like second skin for maybe at least Luke or something like that. They got like a recent one now with like Undead Unluck cross. I'm like, that's a choice. Like Undead Unluck, like in Street Fighter 6. Okay. But I don't know. It just doesn't speak to me. The battle pass items are just terrible. It's like little floaties and it's just like, what is this? Like, if you're gonna go the route of a free to play model, you got to make sure. Like, first of all, the game was not free, so that's one thing. Like, you're trying to do a free to play model.
It's not free.
You're doing a free to play model
I
with a game that you
think they
pay
forgot.
60 to $100 for. So, like, I do think that developers get a little ahead of themselves with looking at Fortnite success and any other game. They was like, oh man, battle pass time, let's go, let's add some content. You got to remember, Fortnite has it's basically Mugen at this point. It's a Mugen battle royale. It has access to almost everything you can imagine. You have a squad of Goku, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, Leon Kennedy from Resident Evil, and Wolverine. That's not a thing in like most official video games. It's just not a thing. So they have to remember, like, you're not that entity. Like, this is Street Fighter. Let's focus on, like, give us like some costumes. Give us a Dudley costume for, I don't know, Ed, something like just the Battle Hubs. Man, I'm barely in battle. I think I was in Battle Hub like the first maybe few days I had the game. Did some War Tour stuff, but after that I was playing rank, going to training mode, and I know that that's not the main player that plays Street Fighter. I know the majority of the fan base and the player base is of casual players that buy the game. I get that, but man, you got to give us something, man. Chun-Li had like 30,000 costumes Street Fighter 5. I'm just saying that game, the beautiful Joe skin for Rashid, the Airman, that stuff we want. That's cool. Ken is Dante. Cody is Virgil, which was kind of a choice, but still kind of cool. That's what we need, Capcom. You go back to that. Hey, give me Leon Kennedy for Ed. Now you talking. Now you talking.
Hey
Chris
man,
Redfield for Ryu.
hey man, Leon
We
Stay getting
talking.
praise.
Now we talking.
I think so. Basically, we can obviously see we're at a place where it seems like the Street Fighter Five player base is divided, but somehow at the same time the game is still doing fantastic. We have the people that Capcom is actually catering to. They're trying to make sure that the casual, person who's coming in and just wants to do fun customization stuff, come in, throw some Hadoukens, and win a match. In Battle Hub and World Tour, they're getting fed. But then you got the people over here on this side who is more so interested in PvP and all that other stuff. They're sitting like, man, we starving. And that's probably why they went ahead and still made you pay money for Street Fighter 6, because it's like, hey, with a divided base, let's just go ahead and get them up front. Let's go ahead and knock them over the head. At least we got, at least with everybody who came in, we got at least 60 up off you, buddy, bare minimum. So, and I just think this is
110.
or 110. I think with Street Fighter 6, Capcom is just trying to go in a different direction. I mean, my two co-hosts here is throwing out games like Fortnite and stuff like that. I think that is where Capcom is trying to take Street Fighter 6, like this big MMO single player fun experience, brouhaha. Like, I think they're looking at the future and they've kind of seen like, okay, maybe we've reached a ceiling of what we can do with fighting games when we're just focused on the competitive aspects of the game. And we are trying to go above and beyond. We're trying to make more money. We need more money. We're trying to get that Mr. Crab type money. And I think they feel like they've realized that how they're going to milk the most possible money that they can out of their traditional player base, and they're trying to figure out how to do it with a newer one. Now it sucks because they can't do both good at the same time. It seems like you can't focus on World Tour and Battle Hub and still have like another group of people still making sure that the PvP is taken care of. I mean, that sucks, but I mean, it just seems like that is what it is. But one thing about your traditional foundational fighting game fans, as long as the game ain't broken, we know that FGC will stick around complaining for a while. I mean, for a game like Street Fighter 6 or Tekken. I mean, people been complaining about Tekken 8 since it came out. Who's still playing it? Them same people that was complaining. Arslan Ash been talking about, man, Tekken 7. Yeah, he's still in tournaments playing Tekken 8. It's your livelihood. You go keep playing it. And for most people who are just the general consumers and stuff like that who enjoy the competitive side of it, you go keep playing it because you came this far. It's going to be hard for people to just be like, man, Tekken ain't doing what I want. I'm going to drop it. So I think it's the same thing with Street Fighter 6. Like, yeah, people can be saying, man, we ain't got no costumes and all this other stuff. But I think at the end of the day, you still go in there and boot it up and go and ranked and try to grind out. I mean, you love the game. So I'm not saying that you should just shut up and dribble. Basically what I'm saying is that Capcom is basically they're trying to focus on one end, and you probably go get the short end of the stick on this end because you can obviously tell with Street Fighter 6, they're not treating this like a typical Street Fighter. They're trying to make it more and more and more. And I think that's why the player count for Street Fighter has been so, consistently high, is because they're catering to other people. It's a reason why Street Fighter 6 is at the top as one of the most played monthly on, in general fighting games. So I just think it's kind of like a thing of they're trying to like take a transition with Street Fighter, and we're seeing it because the people who made Street Fighter what it is kind of suffering right now because they're trying to go into a new endeavor. So maybe next Street Fighter will be Street Fighter 7 cross Fortnite. Maybe that'll be what it is. But yeah, so that's what I think. I just think Capcom has a vision for Street Fighter 6, just like they do with the combat. They knew what they wanted with the combat for Street Fighter 6 before it came out. This is what it's gonna be. And you see, like, no matter how much people complain about this need to be toned down and this, that, and the other, they keeping it the same. They basically telling you this is what we want the game to be. Either play it or uninstall it, bro. So anybody else got anything to say?
I'm gonna do both.
You gonna play it?
Yeah. What Mr. Game and Lift said earlier about the crossover for Baki, I got to tell you, that actually hurts a little bit. It's like you have like a crossover, like a really good cross. What could have been, because I mean, it's not even like you could just be like, oh, we're just going to. In my mind, right, in a perfect world, you would not only put Baki in the game. You put like Baki, maybe you put like somebody like Retsu, maybe Dopo or something like that. You have maybe eventually have a Dopo versus Sagat kind of thing going on,
Oh yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
you have like the what's called maybe some of the evil convicts like Spec, Dorian. You can put Biscuits Oliver in there. But I mean, you just you just decide, oh yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to do a battle hub thing, or what, like do like a small time. I just feel like what a wasted opportunity. Just what a. I mean, maybe they can like course correct and maybe do something like that with like the core characters, because I feel like, I mean, these, it's almost like you just kind of put them into a box and you kind of shelve them to like mostly focus on like I was saying earlier, like appealing to a wider audience, which I mean is cool, but don't forget about everybody else that helped you, that bought your game before now, to get you to the point where you could actually appeal to a wider audience. You know what I mean? Like there's still people who are playing the game like in casual match and ranked and training mode, what have you, that are going to tournaments and stuff that are still playing like the core characters. So I don't know. It would be nice to have a few more. Like, I mean, it's not even like we're asking for a whole lot, actually. Like a couple more characters, maybe like a few more costumes and stuff like that. I mean, just asking you to be a little bit more creative, a little bit more attentive to the needs of everybody playing your game, because like you said earlier, Mr. Game and Lift, it's not a free game. Like, it's not like it was something that we just downloaded and we was just like, oh well, it's just a game you could take. Like, we paid like a lot of us bought it day one on release, pre-orders. Like that was, people already like basically put their faith in the game before it even came out, long before it even came out, and it's just like now I feel like, I'm not going to say that this completely, but it feels like in a few ways that faith is not being rewarded properly.
You know what? I just thought about something. This game is in a weird space right now, and they've got to get some stuff together. But I'll give MK1 this: they had them costumes. That's one thing the game was not without. They had costumes.
You just have to
They
pay
knew.
$5 for them, didn't it?
Actually, I think someone was like 10. Actually, like that Deadly Alliance skin. I think some of those were higher than that. I'll give them that.
I was just
That
joking.
was like, I think they were. I'll give them that. They were dropping skins. You had the old school MK2 skin, MK3, which they look. I'm not gonna lie, them skins look dope. I give them that. They were dropping skins because they know people like there's a nostalgia around some of these skins. Of course, this kind of a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, we know you like this skin. You know, this is your favorite skin. Like, go ahead, cough up that $10, sucker.
They
It's
wanted
kind of like,
all the money. You could tell. WB Games was doing bad. They was trying to get you for hitting you over there for everything. Like
yeah,
an announcer being $10 is wild.
oh yeah.
Trying to make back their
That's
money
where
they
we
lost
that's
on the
where you
free
get
versions.
that's where you get too crazy at when you start charging $10 for announcers. You start charging for
Yeah.
fatalities, seasonal fatalities. What we got? What we gonna have a fatality for Easter?
Why in the world would I
We
buy
gonna
a Christmas fatality? Why would I buy that? Why?
Yeah, what?
Why would I buy that?
why not?
Because it's $10 for something that's already in the game. I could just do the same fatality. I don't care that Santa go run over him with the sleigh. I don't care. For $10, I don't care enough. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy because like with the Street Fighter thing, the pricing, it's like again, you cannot use the free to play model with the game that you're charging money for. Fortnite they can
But they
charge
are
$20 for a skin because the game is free. There's nothing upfront. You don't have to spend any money at all to play the game. You can go through the game with your basic vanilla skin, as they call it, the defaults, and kids are apparently getting bullied for some reason now. Oh, you got default skin? Oh, you trash, man. You ain't got no money. Um, but you can't,
so that's
like,
like
they
the
can do
new
that.
version of wearing shacks to school.
Yeah, like you ain't
Guaranteed.
got no skins in Fortnite. Look at you, you whack. Ain't got no swag. But you can't do that. The Ninja Turtles. Again, I'm going back to the Ninja Turtles. A missed opportunity for guest characters. Injustice had Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles fit way more in Street Fighter than they do in Injustice. And you missed that opportunity and just gave us skins that were $15 a piece, $60 total if you want all of them, and then you gave that stupid soundtrack that kept playing all the time. I think you just by default in the Battle Hub. You missed out on two opportunities for good guest characters or just outfit something other than just Battle Hub stuff. Ninja Turtles, Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. Come on, man. Like, I don't know, man. I just, because this is one thing I know for certain. If you make good costumes for people, they don't have that costume. They flock to, like, that's my costume right there. And that's going to be their identity. There might be people at tournament players like, man, I know that player. That's him. He always used that so-and-so skin. Oh, that's an Ed player. He always used the trench coat. You put out costumes that people like, they're gonna find that as their identity. That's what they link to that character. They're gonna buy it. When Ed came out, did you think I didn't buy the trench coat? It looked fly in this game. It looked garbage in the first in Street Fighter 5. But he looked so crispy clean with that trench coat, man. Like, I like his OG outfit. I like the little hoodie, but the trench coat, think I didn't buy it when I did. That's the thing. Like, you make good costumes for these characters. People are going to buy these costumes. You even
Yeah.
look at, like, they show some conceptual artwork of different outfits, like a good many of them. We got a few of them, like the gal outfit with the jeans. They showed it as like a rough sketch of. They showed some of these costumes. I was like, man, what? I get it. Y'all can't just be putting out costumes all the time. What you did with the last game, but we got to get something cool, man. Gal, you need a spec up outfit, some type of cool Call of Duty skin, man. I get it. It's basic, it's generic, but that works for Gal. He's in the army. Like, we getting all these. I don't at this point. I don't even know what all's in Battle Hub. But again, like I said, the most recent like crossover is Undead Unluck. And again, I don't even know how that fits in Street Fighter 6 because that's a very weird anime. And I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I just, the content just ain't there for me, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
costumes definitely make you want to. I definitely a thing in fighting games that we just cherish. I remember back in the day when you wanted to get serious, like let's just say I'm playing with Ken, and then I'm using the standard, red gi, and then next thing you know, somebody beat me, and then I'm just like, you know what? Let me get serious. I'm gonna go pick the same character, but I'm gonna change the color to white.
To the
I'm gonna
white.
act like I got a new move set and everything.
Right.
Like I done unlocked a whole new character, and I'm gonna be like, see, beat me now, then. And then so costumes is just something that is just in fighting games. It's just we need that, man. So y'all hiding it all behind Battle Hub and stuff like that. I get what y'all trying to do, but can y'all like give us a little bit more of a percentage of what y'all putting in the like Battle Hub?
Right.
It must be doing fantastic. They keep putting all this time in it, or they just truly believe in it. Like we keep saying it ain't worth it, but somebody must be giving them the McBucks for them to keep doing it. So,
I mean, y'all imagine if when they showed this second season of DLC, what's her name? Mai and Terry were definitely hype. But imagine if you saw the Ninja Turtles, people would have look how people lost their mind
Yeah.
with just the skins coming to the game. If you'd have had one or two of them coming as actual characters, come on, man.
Raphael or nothing. Can you
Yeah. I was
imagine when
like,
Elena comes out, like how scarce the characters have been? Like, how long you think it's gonna be before they announce the new season after Elena? Hopefully, it ain't a long time
I don't even know,
because
man.
it's been droughty out here. So when they
yeah.
release Elena, I'm like, man, is it gonna be like y'all go Zero Dark 30 for a minute? Unless you a Battle Hub fan, so we'll see.
Ew. Yeah. It's I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rexon, we like when Mr. Gamer Lift, Rexon Max, you guys like, I mean, the stuff you're talking about, especially in regards to like the costume, really resonates with me a lot. You're talking about, all right, I lost with the red gi, but now I'm wearing the white gi, so now it's like serious. No, dude, I felt that, man. Like, when I'm playing Street Fighter 6, when I'm playing Ed, bro, if I'm wearing the purple hoodie, I'm just in training mode. But if I switch to the red hoodie, that means all bets are off.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's business. Business.